Welcome, everyone. In this course on understanding sensory integration, we are diving into an exciting and essential topic in the field of occupational therapy and developmental psychology sensory integration. I'm Mini Dwivedi Gopinathan, founder and director of PlayStreet Specially Abled Educare Trust and founder of the course platform IBV. That is, I am because we are, and I will be your guide throughout this course along with the occupational therapists at PlayStreet. The first question that always comes to our mind is, what is sensory integration? As we all know, that sensory integration is the process by which we receive, organize, and interpret sensory information from our environment and our own bodies. This includes information from all our senses: sight, sound, touch, taste, smell, as well as proprioception, that is body awareness, and vestibular sense, which is balance and movement, and interoception, the sense within. I would like to give a broader 360-degree view of sensory integration. The term sensory processing and integration refers to the mechanisms of how we feel, means how we feel the world around us and how we feel ourselves in the world, how we generate a map of our bodies and a concept of ourself in space and in time. It describes how our nervous system, our whole brain and body work together to produce responses to the world and produce a plan for action or movement, self preservation or self care, or what is often referred to as behavior. It is very important for us to know that why sensory integration is so important. Sensory integration is crucial for daily functioning. It allows us to perform tasks like walking, playing, socializing, writing, and even eating. Proper sensory integration enables us to respond appropriately to sensory inputs, making it vital for learning, behavior, and overall development. The concept of sensory integration was developed by Dr. A. G. Nyers, an occupational therapist and educational psychologist in the 1970s. Dr. Ayer's work has laid the foundation for understanding how sensory processing affects behavior, learning, and motor skills. Everyone processes sensory information, and from conception through the lifespan, sensory processing and integration impacts every domain of human function and participation. Sensory processing and integration support our ability to form relationships, take care of our bodies, learn about ourselves, and develop a sense of identity. It also supports our ability to develop a sense of other people in the world and is a foundation for understanding that people are diverse and different. Co regulation is a very sensory process. Sensory processing keeps us alive and safe, away from what our brain and body might perceive as threatening or toxic. Sensory processing and integration also underlies fine motor skill development, cross motor skill development, speech and communication, and academic success. It has a profound impact on functional emotional development. Think of a domain of human function, and sensory integration supports that process. Of course, sensory processing has the potential to derail or disrupt human development, and it can cause or contribute to a multitude of challenges. Sensory processing is how our brains and nervous system use what we sense to make the sense of the world. If it is not working for us, the world feels disorganized, threatening, unpleasant, and unsafe. When sensory processing goes wrong, it can contribute to developmental delays, challenging behaviors, difficulties with social participation, and attention. Disordered sensory processing can prevent us from ever feeling calm or safe. It can result in anxiety, disorganization, difficulties with coordination, and reduced participation. This is where an occupational therapist or an allied health professional with advanced training and sensory integration therapy can make a tremendous difference. But just as important as understanding the impact of disordered sensory processing is the need to understand that sensory processing and integration is integral to the human experience. Every living thing processes sensation. Even plants have a sort of vestibular system. Everyone processes sensory information differently, and many sensory processing differences do not need to be disabling. With increased understanding, environmental tweaks, and accommodations, we could see increasingly diverse communities of people coming together with improved productivity and participation. Sensory processing refers to the mechanisms of how you feel and how that guides your actions. Spreading awareness about the eight sensory systems and incorporating principles for sensory health and wellness into everyday life will not just benefit the 16% of people who are identifiably struggling with sensory processing challenges. Every child in the classroom will benefit. Every teacher, every allied health, mental health, and helping professional will benefit, as will the people they are helping. 100% of adults in the workplace, high school students, and patients on the hospital wards will benefit from an improved understanding of sensory processing and integration. We believe this understanding will reduce the behavior crisis in our schools, support better mental health and psychological well being, improved infant mental health outcomes, challenge stigma, and enable people to achieve that full potential. Understanding the transformative power of sensory processing for health and wellness is critical if we want to thrive and not merely survive. In this course, we aim to understand the basic principles of sensory integration, identify different sensory processing disorders, learn basic clinical reasoning for sensory integration difficulties, explore intervention strategies and therapeutic activities, apply knowledge through case studies and practical scenarios. This course is designed mainly for parents and professionals like physical therapists, speech therapists, and educators. Anyone interested in understanding sensory processing and its impact on daily life will find this course valuable. By the end of this course, you will be able to describe the sensory integration process and its importance, identify and assess sensory processing disorders, develop and implement effective intervention plans, utilize sensory integration techniques in various settings. In this course, we will provide you with comprehensive resources, including reading materials, assessment tools, case studies, references, access to online forums for discussion and support. We are excited to have you on this journey of exploration and learning. Sensory integration is a fascinating field with the potential to make a significant impact on people's life. Let's get started and delve into the world of sensory processing.